Welcome to Kew Gardens, one of the most beautiful and famous gardens in London. I visited at the end of May, and it was honestly one of the perfect times to explore this incredible place. Everything was green, colorful, and full of life. Kew Gardens, officially known as the Royal Botanic Gardens, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and home to one of the largest collections of living plants in the world. It is not just a beautiful garden, it is also a place for science, conservation, and learning about plants from all around the globe. The gardens are huge, so I would recommend spending at least 3 to 4 hours here. Here you have the trees from all over the world. Japan, if you want to take some time, visit the glasshouses, enjoy the views, take a lot of photos, and have a relaxed lunch. You can easily spend a whole day here. There is so much to see. Every corner has something different, so it is worth taking your time and exploring without rushing. One of my favorite things about Kew Gardens is that it feels like an escape from busy London. You can walk among amazing trees, discover unusual plants, and simply enjoy the peaceful atmosphere. Black grass. When is the best time to visit Kew Gardens? I think spring and early summer are wonderful, especially from April to June when many flowers are blooming. May was a beautiful month to visit because the gardens looked fresh and colorful. Summer is also lovely, although weekends can be busier. Autumn is a great choice if you love golden colors and beautiful trees, while winter has its own charm with the fewer visitors and seasonal events. The weather can make a big difference, so I would recommend choosing a dry day if possible. A sunny or slightly cloudy day is ideal because you will probably spend most of your time walking outside. Comfortable shoes are the must because there is a lot of ground to cover. Kew Gardens is a perfect place for couples, families, photographers, nature lovers, or anyone who wants a peaceful day away from the city. Pagoda tree at Kew Gardens is a historic Japanese tree planted in 1760 and it was once around 15 meters tall. Today, only its lower branch remains, giving it a unique shape. Some branches were damaged during storms, but the reason for its unusual growth is still a mystery. Now, over 250 years old, the pagoda tree is protected with fencing and supports. It is an important part of Kew Gardens' history and shows the importance of caring for old and rare trees. This is Good Vibrations, an installation that reveals how honeybees communicate through vibrations. Inside a real hive at Kew Gardens, bees create tiny signals that share information with their colony. Those vibrations are recorded using special sensors and transformed into a changing display of light and music. The artwork gives us a glimpse into the hidden world of bees and helps us understand their complex communication system. This cross section of the giant redwood tells a remarkable story. Every ring marks a year of growth, creating a living record of changing weather conditions. The narrow rings highlight the severe Yukon drought of 1975 and 1976, when growth slowed dramatically. Planned around 1884 and felled in 2020. This tree lived throughout the period when the Earth's average temperature rose by about 1.1 degrees Celsius, a powerful reminder that climate change is written not just in data, but in nature itself. We are now heading to one of the most fascinating parts of Kew Gardens, the carbon cycle. This wall represents a seam of fossil fuel coal formed a millions of years ago when ancient forests were buried and transformed under heat and pressure, locking away carbon underground. When we burn coal, oil, and gas, that stored carbon is released as carbon dioxide, trapping heat and warming our planet. That's why switching to renewable energy like wind and solar is so important. Fortunately, nature already provides a powerful climate solution: trees. They cool our cities, capture carbon dioxide, support biodiversity, and help clean the air. But trees are also vulnerable to climate change. Scientists at Kew predict that by 2090, nearly half of the garden's current tree species could struggle to survive. That's why Kew is planting trees from regions with hotter, drier summers and wetter winters, conditions expected to become London's future climate. By acting now, Kew is protecting its landscapes and helping these gardens thrive for generations to come. There are plenty of facilities here, including toilets located around the garden, so you don't need to worry about spending so many hours here. There are also several cafes and restaurants where you can stop for a coffee, cake, snacks, or a proper meal. There are indoor and outdoor seating areas, which is perfect on a sunny day. If you prefer, you can also bring your own picnic and find a lovely spot surrounded by nature. If you are wondering what that noise is, don't worry, it's just London reminding us that it's still there. The birds and the planes seems to be having a competition day today. 4 tickets. Prices depend on the season and whether you book online or buy at the entrance. Booking online is usually the best option. An adult ticket is around 20 to 30 pounds, depending on the time of the year. So I recommend checking the official website before your visit. Quick trip if you are visiting Kew Gardens. This is a palm house and it closes at 5 p.m., just like the other glass houses in Kew Gardens. So don't leave it until the end of your visit. Inside, you will find an incredible tropical rainforest with exotic plants, towering palms, and a warm, humid atmosphere that makes you feel like you have stepped into the tropics. Now we are heading into the temperate house. the world's largest Victorian glasshouse. It's home to thousands of rare and endangered plants from temperate regions across the globe. The space feels so open, peaceful, and full of natural light. It's completely different from the tropical palm house, and just like the other glass houses, the temperate house closes at 5 p.m., so it's worth visiting before the end of the day. Here's the Great Pagoda, one of the highlights of Kew Gardens. Built in 1762, it's a stunning example of Chinese inspired architecture. Although visitors can usually climb the 253 steps to the top for spectacular views across Kew and London, it was already closed by the time we arrived, so we weren't able to go up. Kuba just said the entrance to this pagoda is for £4.50
For
and
adult.
it's for adult, of course, yeah. And it's closed 5 o'clock, so just make sure you come earlier. To finish our visit, we are heading up to the treetop walkway. It was designed to give visitors a unique view of the forest canopy, a part of the woodland that's normally out of reach. Standing 18 meters above the ground, you can walk among the treetops and see the trees, birds, insects, and other wildlife from a completely different perspective. It's a peaceful experience and a great reminder of how important these forests are for biodiversity. With beautiful views across Kew Gardens, it's the perfect place to end our day. I really enjoyed my visit here, and I hope this vlog gives you an idea of what to expect. Thank you for joining me on this walk through Kew Gardens, and I hope you get the chance to visit this beautiful place one day.